If you've been on my channel for a while, or if you're just now getting to the channel, well, you guys that have been on the channel for a while, you already know how I operate. Now, if you're just getting to the channel, you're going to understand how I operate. I'm not going to allow you to preach on my channel about your religion. This is not a safe haven for weakness, for, oh, it's okay to fail because you got the rest of your life. Kind of nonsense. No. And I will delete your comment and block you if I feel like I need to, depending on how disrespectful you are. But just because I don't agree with your comment doesn't mean I'm going to block you. But I will block you if you're a psycho, just in all caps, screaming about religion and Jesus is coming back or Allah is coming back or whoever the hell you believe in. Now, this is not a religious channel. Stream of attention is not a religion. Stream of attention is the natural state of men. It's a natural state of a man. And the natural state of a man is to be strong, physically, mentally, and energetically. I am not religious whatsoever, and I never will be religious. Religion is just a construct used to make money and to profit off of those too weak to believe in themselves as a man. It's just that simple. I don't give a damn what these books say. These books have a lot of good knowledge in them, but they also have a lot of misinformation to keep men submissive, like the whole slaves obey your masters things that's in the Bible. There's no power in that. No matter how you try to construct, no matter how you try to explain it, there is in no way that you can tell me that I'm supposed to be submissive to anyone, gladly submissive. And if I'm in a position of captivity, like I am right now, in regards to this matrix, then I'm not supposed to try to find a way out. I'm going to spend the rest of my life trying to find a way out, even if it kills me. I don't give a damn. I'm not going to just sit back and be idle and be okay with just being okay. So when you talk about you have the rest of your life, I read a comment in the comment section. A new subscriber, I think, that came on board a couple of days ago. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him in the comments ever. So he just came in and started talking recently, and I agree with a lot of things that he said at first. But just because I agree with what you're saying doesn't mean you could just say whatever you want. I'm just going to be afraid to disagree with you or lose a subscriber. If you're a new subscriber, I don't give a damn if you sub to me or not. I don't ever ask you to hit the like button. I don't ever ask you to subscribe. Ever. I don't give a damn. You can get the hell off my channel if you don't agree with the hell I'm saying. And it's just that simple. You can get the hell off my channel and never come back and block me and tell everyone else to block me. I don't give a flying. I don't care. I don't care. So this video is going to be about an important topic, about you that are in your 20s or 30s, or you that are young, way younger than me, that think you got time so you can just keep on relapsing. And you can just keep on doing whatever you want to do because you have time, because that's what the comment said from this user. And he knows who he is. You're wrong. You're wrong. Just because you're 20 years old, or you're in your late teens, or you're 30-something, you're in your 30s, or whatever the age you think is young for you, that don't mean a damn thing. To each their own path. If that's the case, all you're saying is it's okay to party. It's okay to do this. It's okay to sleep around. It's okay to be a degenerate. I'll just keep it simple. You're basically essentially saying that it's okay to be a degenerate because you have time to make it up. What the hell kind of message is that? That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I condone. If that's the case, then why are there 20-something-year-olds, 30-something-year-olds getting shot, catching STDs, getting terminal illnesses, putting themselves in positions of misfortune, all because they think they have time and they lose their life, or they end up in a circumstance in which stream of attention cannot help them? I said that a couple of videos ago, and someone in the comment section said, wait, there's things that stream of attention can't help? Yeah. If you get shot, or you get ganged up on, when you're in unfortunate circumstances because of the degenerate life that you're living, and someone shoots you or stabs you, or you get caught up in baby mama's drama, so you have kids, and this stream of attention can't fix that. You already had the kids, and now you got to deal with them. And now you got to deal with their drama and their baby mamas and all that. You have to deal with it. You have to, one way or another, for better or for worse. You're going to have to. Semen retention can't fix that. You can't unbirth a child that you had. You can't unstab yourself. You can't unshot yourself. You can't do it. Or something else happens. You guys know that. Semen retention penalties. Penalties of living a degenerate life. And they catch up to you. They catch up to everyone. I don't give a damn. Or you're just morbidly obese, so even if you start to try and lose weight, you can't lose weight right now because you put on too much weight. And I've talked about this in other videos. You reached a point of no return. So what are you doing? So what can you do? You can't do anything. All you can do is just retain your seat and gather as many fortunes as possible before it's time for you to check out of here. But some things you're going to be able to unrecover from, and it's just that simple. That semen retention is not going to be able to help you because you dug yourself too deep in a hole. And that's when you lose grace. That's when you lose grace among semen retention, because you spit in the face. You spit in the face of creation for too long. And that's what happens when you spit in the face of creation for too long. You can't undo certain things. I don't give a damn how my body looks. I'm grateful for how it looks, but understand where I'm coming from. There are certain things that I've done that I cannot undo, that semen retention cannot fix. It's just that simple. I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to elaborate on it or prolong the topic. But trust you me, you look at me and you think I got it going on. Everybody has their battles to fight. And I'm fighting mine every second of every single day, even as I make this video. And that's just the way it is. So just because you're young and in your 20s, it's foolish to think that you have time to do this and do that. You don't know what's around the corner. You don't know what is going to happen. And you don't ever really, people say this all the time. And I've had older people tell me this all the time. And I didn't believe it until it actually happened to me. It didn't happen to me more so than I cared for. It happened to me in droves. It came in like a floodgate. You know, the problems came through like a floodgate, and the problems just wouldn't stop until I finally decided that, okay, it's time for me to stop living like a degenerate or keep living like a degenerate and see where that takes me, which I already knew it was where it was going to take me. It's going to take me to the grave. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee you're going to make it out. There's absolutely no guarantee you're going to make it out just because you think you have time. Your time could be up and you don't even know it. How many times, for those of you that are older, how many times have you been in a situation where you thought you had time to get out of a certain situation? Oh, if it just gets too bad, then I'll just step back. And you got hit upside the head with unfortunate circumstances, and you were unable to get out of that situation, unable to correct it, unable to do anything. It happens so fast. It happens so fast, and that's how life comes at you. Because, like Richard Petty said, if you don't know who Richard Petty is, look him up. But he said, the best thing that you can do on any given day is put yourself in a position to win, and then let circumstances dictate the outcome. There's another saying that goes conversely to that. You can put yourself, the worst thing you can do is put yourself in a position to lose, and the circumstances will not be in your favor. There is no let the circumstances dictate the outcome in that case. You put yourself, it's easier to put yourself in a position to lose in this world because we live in a society of degeneracy. So it's much easier to do. And it's harder for a man to stand. So when you make messages like that, when you say messages like that, I don't like messages like that. And I did delete that comment because I don't want it to influence the younger generation or even the middle generation or even the older. I don't want it to influence anyone, but I particularly don't want it to influence the younger generation. I don't like statements like that. I hate statements like that because when you make statements like that, all you're doing is, it's one of those kicking the can down the road, believing that you can edge. That's code for, oh, you can still keep edging. Let me cross the street now before this light changes. It's like, oh, you can still keep edging. Or you can still keep drinking every now and then. or you can still keep doing whatever it is that you're doing every now and then. You have time. You see, life plays tricks on you. Life can play tricks on you, and it's not life's fault. It's you for deceiving yourself and falling under the illusion. Falling under the illusion that you have time because you still wake up every single day. Your time is coming. For those of you that think that you can circumvent the system of seam of attention, your time is coming, because that's not masculine. That's not masculine at all. That's weak-minded. That's weak. Seam of attention is not a placebo. It is not a spiritual practice. It is the natural state of men. It is a natural state of a man, and there's no way to circumvent that. I don't give a damn about your meditation practices when you're 700 pounds overweight. I don't give a damn. Physical exercise every single day is important. We have the physical body for a reason. The physical body isn't just to eat anything you want to eat, intake anything you want to intake. Try to pretend and play alpha male with a big mouth, but you're putting nothing into practice. You're not getting in shape. You're not making an effort. You're not sweating. You're not panting. You're not out of breath every single day. You're not trying to do something to be the best vessel that you can be. You are a vessel for your energy. You can call it spirit, soul, whatever you want to call it. There is definitely something energetic about us. I believe we live in an I know if you do the science. Real science, not pseudoscience, but real science. We live in an enclosed electromagnetic system. All of us are electromagnetic beings. This ties into the Treaty of 1959 when they closed off all of the walls in which they wouldn't let us see exactly what's beyond the 80th parallel. So you do your science and you do your history and it all adds up. But understand that we are electromagnetic beings, and whatever it is that is in us, it is more than just what we see as the physical. But the physical is important because it's a part of our vessel. It is part of what makes us a vessel. So you can't ignore the physical no matter how much you try to talk about, and try to push, meditation is more important than the physical. Call it what you want. You still got to move. And you still are going to have to go to the doctor when your physical illnesses start to rear its head, like arthritis and diabetes and everything else that comes along with being lazy. Being lazy is a feminine quality. That's feminine. That's weak. You sound weak with any kind of excuse that you make to not be strong physically. Any excuse, I do not care what the excuse is. I don't care what the excuse is. There are people with no legs that are getting it in. There are people with no arms that are world-class athletes. What do you say to them? And to make it worse for you, man, a lot of them are women that have no legs and no arms, or just one leg, or just handicapped in a severe way, but they're not 400 pounds overweight. They're not overweight. They're not obese. This is a man's channel. This is a channel for men and men only. And you come on this channel and you go in the comments section and you try to preach and talk about how it's okay to not be in shape in any particular way and form, where you have female world-class athletes that are severely, permanently handicapped and are outdoing you, someone that's on a seam of attention channel. Put that into context. Put that into context and understand how weak that makes you look and sound. But you want to talk about masculinity and how you're trying to better yourself. With comments like that, you back yourself into a corner. You back yourself into a corner with no one to help you or vouch for you. except for the ones that want to be weak with you because they don't want to go outside.